Welcome into another edition of the In the Money podcast. I'm Tom Leach, along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's director of simulcasting. Going to take a look at a couple of the major stakes races outside the Commonwealth of Kentucky on Saturday. Jim will start at Hawthorne with the Grade 3 Illinois Derby, more of a Preakness prep now. And this is a race I didn't see a real standout in here. Where did you land?
Well, I didn't see a standout, but I do have a couple of angles. I like the fact that Florent Giroux is going back to Chicago and skipping his Keeneland mounts to ride Cross the Line for Jerry Hollendorfer. And Cross the Line comes out of the Santa Anita Derby. This is almost like a Santa Anita race. There's 3 horses shipping out of Santa Anita races in here, and they all probably are live. Cross the Line ran in the Derby, got beat 6 3/4 by Dortmund and One Lucky Dane and Bolo, and all those horses are going to the Derby. So a notch below those is not too bad, and I think he fits very well here, and I think he's got a real shot. 3-1 might be a bargain on him. Whiskey Ticket is a maiden winner for Baffert coming out of Santa Anita, but only won by a head, and that's a big step coming from a maiden special weight to a Grade 3 shipping halfway across the country. But Baffert is not very lax in his efforts here. He ships them to win. So anybody who's 30% or 27%, 30 111 on the year knows where to spot him. The other horse I will use in here is just a horse that, like Hawthorne, Louis Vaporizer, who ran a 90 buyer, broke his maiden at Hawthorne at 6 furlongs on March 27th, won by 11 3/4. So you got to figure he's got an advantage having run over the track. So I'm going to take him to beat a couple of Santa Anita horses. But Cross the Line for Florent Giroux and Jerry Hollendorfer is my pick in the Illinois Derby. I
think you make a great point about the Giroux angle here, going up there to ride. And I like this horse with the 95 buyer last time, and I think this is certainly a drop in class. And I think Cross the Line is the one for me. Hollendorfer is really dangerous when he ships too. I'm going to try to beat Whiskey Ticket off what you mentioned. I mean, it's asking a lot. I know it's Baffert, but I'm going to play Cross the Line with the 4 A-Rod again, the 5 Conquest Curlinate, and the 8 Phenomenal Phoenix, and try to get a little price there with Cross the Line. He'll probably end up getting bet down a little bit, but I do like Cross the Line like you do in the Illinois Derby. Charlestown Classic, Grade 2, is the 12th race on the card at Charlestown, and Shared Belief is going postward as the heavy favorite in here. I think he probably regresses off the Santa Anita handicap win, but I think he can do that and still win. I couldn't make a case to pick against him. Best horse in training, and I think Shared Belief wins this even at less than his best, which is probably what you'll get. It is a tricky kind of a track, short track, so you do have that to deal with. But Moreno, the 6, I'm going to use with him. The 7, General A-Rod, who's now in Pletcher's barn, and showed marked improvement. That's one to keep an eye on because he showed a marked move forward with his Buyer Fig in that first start for Pletcher. And then Imperative, who won this race last year, if he could get a little bit of a price there, he likes the track. But I am not going to try to beat the 4 Shared Belief in here. What about you?
No, Eric Guillot was very outspoken, as he always is, about Moreno. He says he's made for a 3-turn track, so a 3-turn race. So this is a 6 furlong track, and you go around 3 turns, and Moreno is going to get the lead. There's no doubt about that. But Shared Belief, I was kind of against Game On Dude when he shipped here a couple of years ago, but he proved me wrong. And so I think Shared Belief wins here. I think he's the best horse in training by far. And if he hadn't gotten slammed in the Breeders' Cup Classic, he'd be going for win number 13 or win number 12 lifetime. He'd be 12 for 12 here. So I can't believe I'm still mentioning that, but I am. So Shared Belief on top. I'm going to take Imperative, Moreno, and I'm going to throw Vijak in there for a chance. I mean, Vijak jumps up and runs a good one every once in a while, and I think he's got a shot. He goes off 12-1 morning line. I might wheel Shared Belief on top of him and just try to make a little money on the exacta. So Shared Belief and try over Vijak the 2, Moreno the 6, Imperative the 9, and just watch it and enjoy Shared Belief, the best horse in training.
Best of luck with your wagers this weekend at Keeneland and with simulcasting, and keep your Keeneland Select accounts funded so you can take full advantage of the opportunities that come your way. Derby weekend just around the corner, so you'll want to be ready for that and have your accounts fully funded for Derby weekend. For Jim Goodman, I'm Tom Leach, and that's the In the Money podcast at KeenelandSelect.com.